Walter looked around. The second number must be here somewhere, he thought. Of course, the photo. He must show her the photo. Hello everyone and welcome to today's English reading practice. It's Tuesday, October the 31st, 2023. And I'm excited to have you all here with me for this session. We'll carry on reading this fascinating story by Olly Richards called The Chest. My name is Niver Vargas and today we'll be reading the second chapter, Chapter 2, Belfast. Esta es una nueva manera de lernen, aprender, aprendere,
languages enquanto desfruta
accents,
alphabet,
culturen,
sonidos, regole gramaticali.
quickly and easily. Alors,
Bon travail.
et bienvenue à Lingusta. Chapter 2, Belfast. A few hours later, Walter arrived safely in Northern Ireland. The city of Belfast was full of people. There were many exciting things to do and see. But Walter had a mission. He knew just where to go. Walter called a taxi. He told the driver a local address. They agreed on a rate. It was in a faraway section of Belfast. After some time, he arrived at a large house. The house looked very expensive. The owner took good care of it. It was likely owned by someone rich. It had a very large garden. There were several dogs running around in it. The house even had a tennis court. Walter stood outside. He simply looked at the house for a while. Then he rang the doorbell. He rang again and waited for someone to answer. "Hello," he called. Nobody came. No one seemed to be home. The old man looked around. He decided to wait. Walter pulled out the photo of the chest. He looked at it closely and smiled. He put the photo back inside his jacket. He waited some more. Walter heard a car approaching. As expected, it was an expensive car. There was a woman inside it. She wore big sunglasses. She didn't see Walter. The woman pressed a button. The garage door opened. She slowly drove in. She still didn't see Walter. The woman reached for the button again. She was closing the garage door. Walter might miss her. "Excuse me, wait," called Walter. At last, the woman saw Walter. She stopped immediately. The garage door remained open. "Yes, who are you?" she asked. "Can I talk to you for a moment, please?" asked Walter. The woman looked at him suspiciously. She walked out of the garage. A butler came up from the garden. He looked at the woman and said, "Miss Murray, shall I take care of your car?" "Yes, Brian, thank you." "Miss Lucy Murray, am I correct?" asked Walter. "Yes, that's me." Lucy looked at Walter closely. "I've come to talk to you. It's important." "Important? If it's business, I can refer you to my office." No business," replied Walter. "What could it be?" Lucy asked. Walter only smiled. "Well, whatever it is, come with me. Come into the house, please." Walter followed the woman inside. The house was very big. In fact, it was huge. It was also very beautiful. "Is this all yours?" asked Walter. "Yes," she answered. "I'm a professional designer. At age 19, I started a company." She paused and looked around. "What can I say? I've done very well." "I can see that. Wow, you must have done a lot of work." Yes, I have worked very hard. She started walking again. Come this way, please. Walter and Lucy went up some steps. They came to a large door. The door was wooden and very pretty. It was an old design. Is your house very old? Asked Walter. Lucy smiled. No, it's not. But it was built to an old design. I have very traditional tastes. Lucy opened the door. Walter looked around in surprise. It was a huge room. It was full of beautiful and expensive furniture. It was also very neat and clean. Brian the butler soon came in. He had brought afternoon tea. Sir, said Brian. Walter, please. Walter, would you like something to drink? Yes, a cup of tea. Thank you. Lucy took off her jacket. It was a very hot day. Brian spoke to Walter again. Let me take your jacket, sir. Walter took off his jacket. He handed it to the butler. Brian left the room and then quickly returned. He handed some hot tea to Walter. Then he left Lucy and Walter alone. Lucy and Walter sat down. They looked at each other. Welcome to my home, Walter. May I ask why you are here? Walter drank some tea. Then he set his cup on the table. I need to know a number, he said calmly. Like David, Lucy was surprised. A number? She asked. Yes, a number. A specific number? Asked Lucy. Yes, it would be on an object you have. Please make an effort to remember it. Lucy thought for a while. She tried to understand what Walter meant. However, unlike David, she didn't remember anything. I don't know what you mean. Please, if you could explain. Walter looked around. The second number must be here somewhere, he thought. Of course, the photo. He must show her the photo. Can your butler bring my jacket, please? Asked Walter. Of course, replied Lucy. Brian left the room. Seconds later, he appeared with Walter's jacket. Walter reached into his jacket. It had many pockets. It was difficult to find the photo. It took time. Lucy was becoming impatient. At last, he found it. Here it is, Walter laughed. I have it. We need the number for this. He put the picture of the chest on the table. Lucy took the picture in her hands. She looked at it carefully. Suddenly, she remembered something. I don't know why, but I think I remember something, she said. Think, Lucy, think, said Walter. Lucy stood up. Come with me, Walter, she said. I don't know who you are or what you want, but you've made me think of something. Walter smiled. He and Lucy left the house. They entered a small building next to it. The inside of the building was like a small private museum. There were many drawings, paintings, and other things of value. Near a beautiful drawing, Lucy found a small box. She opened it. There was a necklace inside. The necklace was just like David's. It was very old, but Lucy was able to open the necklace. She was still able to recognize the number inside. Lucy gave the necklace to Walter. He looked at it carefully. Okay, that's all I needed, he said calmly. I still don't understand. Walter, what is it that you want? The chest reminded me of the necklace, but I don't know why, do you? Is that important? Walter paused a moment. I have to go now, Lucy. Please don't ask me any more. He handed her a letter. Then Walter paused and said, remember the number and read this. It will help. Walter turned and left Lucy's house. As he disappeared, he called, "I'm off to London. See you soon, Lucy." Lucy didn't say goodbye. She couldn't. She had no idea why Walter had come. She looked at the letter. It all seemed very suspicious, but yet somehow important. She preferred to forget everything, but she would let the old man have his fun. She slowly opened the letter. And that's it. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. What do you think of my reading? And what do you think of the story? Feel free to share your feedback. Bye for now. C'est fini. Merci.
Gracias.
Danke.
Shukran.
谢谢.
Evcharisto.
And thanks for watching and listening to Lingosta.